Well, that's a bit of a awkward thing to start off with, inevitably, huh? Your Discord account got hacked. Nah, I didn't. Nah, I didn't. I just realized the lighting isn't even that bright. Jeez. Why is it very dull in here? Give me 1 second. You're already saying that because someone you know did get hacked. There you go. That's better. Nah, I didn't. I do not believe that your Discord got hacked. Prove it. Send me messages. Prove it. Go on. Prove that your Discord was hacked. And don't say, I'm going to receive an 18+ Discord server. You weren't hacked. You just wanted to claim that you were. Anyway, this stream, bear in mind, I have used Source Filmmaker a little bit. There are a couple of animations on my channel already, which you can go check. However, I am still incredibly inexperienced. I haven't touched it in about 5 months. So I don't know if I can remember anything. I don't know what I'm doing. And the issue also with that is I don't know what to base the animation on. So if you want to... yeah, of course. Anyway, so if you want to spitball some ideas on the type of animations that we can do, what kind of style, then... You know, I'm up for suggestions. And this will be an ongoing series. I don't know how long it will take for us to complete it. I'm trying to make it as professional as I can. However, I don't know. I don't know what to base the animation on. You want me to base it on Glamrock Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's not giving a fuck? I don't even know if that is a thing. I mean, we can have a look. Let's load up Steam. We can have a look. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure you can see my thingy. Yes, I have downloaded Dead by Daylight because of the FNAF thing. Source Filmmaker is running. We can then go to Community, Workshop. I don't know if there is... I don't know if there is anything... Oh, there is, okay. There's a couple of things. Lighting session. Oh, mate, bro, I don't have the expertise to make my own models yet. Alright, okay, so we can actually get the Glamrock animatronics, it looks like. We can do that. It's right here, as you can see. Glamrock Freddy. That's now been added to my my Source Filmmaker. And there is also Vanessa. Are you sure you want me? Are you sure you want me to make this a topic? Like, are you sure? No, it's 3D animation. It's 3D animation. Are you sure? Are you sure you want me to still go with this? The option's there. If you want me to change it, we can change it, Tipley. This was your idea. Alright, fair enough. Okay, then we'll do it then. Now we just need the FNAF Pizzeria map. The Glamrock Freddy map. Actually, wait, we should also need... So I have an idea. So you want it to be Freddy not giving a fuck about, you know, Vanessa, right? Okay. So how about we have it so that Vanessa is getting chased by another animatronic, whilst Freddy's just there in the background, just like, yeah, I don't give a shit. The real question is, what should we do it? What animatronic should we use? Obviously, we can't use Glamrock Freddy, so we've got the options of Roxanne, Monty, Chica, Endo, Burn Trap. We've also got Eclipse as well. Or well, a day character. That's day character. Come on, I need ideas. I don't think there is a Vanny model, is there? Oh, there is, right here. Alright, there you go. And now we just need the map. Oh, my guy, you said Vanny and I've already done Vanny. Can't do any more. We need the map. I guess the real only map. It's not just the US though, mate. It's not just the US. It's just YouTube for you. It's just delayed. Okay, so there are. But I don't know. We've got a teaser map. But at the same time, that's not exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for the part of this. I generally don't think there's any part of the security breach map. We got the only other option we got is this one, but it's severely lacking. This. You know, we'll use this one. Alright, now we've got all of that added into our library. Hello, yeah, that is an Inception. Here we are. I'm going to bring up OBS onto my second screen if I can. Apparently I can't. Hold on. Oh, I can. Okay. I'm bringing it up on my second screen just so I can make sure that everything is good. Yeah, I know. There's always going to be a huge delay, mate. I can't really do anything about that. What? Go away, go away. Yeah, unfortunately, mate, I can't do anything with that delay. But, we're here. Now we do file, we do new. Well, okay, fine. We'll do yes to all. Alright, so now you see it says there's no map loaded. If we right click and we go to load map, it'll bring this up. Go away. Filter. Nav. Wait, is it not here? Wait, security? Wait. Oh my god, stop it. But yo, I'm creating a song with basically a card I need drums and vocals. Fair enough. Right, I gotta load back. Let me load back Steam up real quick. I need to find out where I can find it. Includes security _ breach map. Okay. Go away. Go away! Security? What is this? Yes. I haven't used it. Bro, I haven't used SFM for a very long time. Apparently I just keep getting pop-ups of one after another about all the models I've tried to use don't exist. I can't even find the map. Hold up. Don't tell me this. Don't tell me the map doesn't work. What is crashing? Oh, it's not crashing. It's trying to load in. I am looking in downloads, mate. Here's the thing. It doesn't. When you try to load into a map, it doesn't. Come on, stop this. There is no download section. Can you go away? Oh my lord. Yeah, when you try to load in a map through SFM, it doesn't load it up normally. Or it doesn't actually download to your system. It gets imported into this section here, which you have to then search for it. Can you just... Oh my god! My face cam is falling off. Bro! Bro, I'm gonna close down SFM and reload it. No, it's not APK either. That's not how it works. It adds it into a file separately. Have you never used the Steam community webpage? Okay, now it's showing here. Okay. Right. What do you mean APK? No, no, I'll show you in a minute. I will show you in a minute. If everything would stop failing. Oh my god. How many things have I subscribed to? This is when I was trying to make my animations earlier. This is the first time I loaded up SFM in a very long time. So now it's just telling me all of this stuff over and over and over again. Panel, please stop messaging me in the family chat. Okay, right. Now if we do it, we search here, security, hopefully. We don't want user mod, we want all mods. There it is. Now we give it a minute to load. We give it a minute to load. There it is. Okay, it's not the best, but as you can see, the map has now loaded. I mean, I don't know why seems like it's just like a 2D texture. Hold up. All right. And now we drag the light into here. Okay, there we go. That's looking better. And then we also add in a camera. There you go. So now we have free roam of the actual map. You fix your mic. Nice. Yeah. Now we have free roam. Kind of. You see? Now we're here. Now, I don't know if you know anything about animation making. Yeah, this is this is the best we can do. So now that we've got the camera, we can come up to the top left. We can go to create animation set for new model, and then we want to search up Glamrock, right? Yeah, there's our boy. There's our boy, Glamrock Freddy. No, you don't say! You don't say about the fact that it involves animating, even because it's an animation software. But there's our boy, Glamrock Freddy, loaded in. Perfect. We'll now put him close to the ground. So we have him here. Right. Now, even though we have the model here, do we make the camera so that it's from his perspective? Or do we make the camera in a fixed position? So if we have the camera from his perspective, we have it see what he sees. But if it's in a fixed position, we see it from, say, for example, a third person or an overview. You can't do that, unfortunately. There are limitations. But how do we do it? How do we go by the camera? I want to include you guys into it, so... Do we make it so it's first person, coming from Freddy's perspective, as I was saying? Or we make it so that the camera is an overview? So you want me to say it's third person, right? Okay. We could do that. First of all, we gotta sort the lighting system out. Have the lighting here of Mr. Bear or Fred. And then we decrease the intensity so the lighting isn't that bright. And now we click on Freddy right here. We click E. And now we rotate him around so he's facing that way. So now we've got a T-posing bear, basically. You see? How he's now just standing here, T-posing. What the hell is... Oh, he has his microphone. But apparently it's in his arse. It's right there. His microphone is in his bum. I think, personally, if we're going to do it from here... We should have the... I actually think that the camera should be from first-person perspective. He's showing his dominance. Literally. However, we can change that. If we do this... Oh, no. We actually want his... actual whole entire arm. We want this. Oh. He's no longer showing his dominance. See, he's no longer showing his dominance now. However, oh, I just love messing around. Sometimes I just love messing around with the like the models. Like, it's so funny. We can make him blink. Okay, anyway. What we have still got to do is we have to load any other models that we haven't even added in yet. Add in Vanessa. And then... No, I don't want 2 Vanessas. We want 1. Delete. New model. Vanny. Boom. Okay. First of all, we don't want to see their. Yeah. Okay. Right. We do the same thing as what we did with the Fredster. We'll move Vanessa back. And then it'll be the exact same with Vanny. We're just going to place these here for placeholders right now, because we still have to do the whole camera Gary's mod error. That just exists anyway. We can't actually add that. That doesn't do anything. Right, before we still need to figure out how we're going to do the camera. Whether it's going to be first person or third person. I preferably would think first person would be better. Simply because we can then get like the right angles and that kind of stuff. Whereas if we do a third person, we have to look for the right angle to use. And then have the right lighting as well. But we can certainly change that. Okay, right. Again, I think, yeah, first person would be best to have it. And the way we do that is going to look a bit janky, but we come in here, into the endoskeleton, right here, right into the center, have it so that it's basically perfect. So if we look down, we don't want to see the inside of Freddy's mouth. No, thank you. We basically want to make it so that if we look down, we see his nose. Straight to the left. There we go. Okay, it's going to look a little weird. We're going to be looking at that area for now. Okay. However, we are going to change that. We just have to make sure we click the right parts. So we want it set to his root transformation of his head. Which is here. Okay, so we want it set to bip_head. Okay. So if we come down here to Or we come here to camera. And then we drag position. I think, if I remember correctly. Or is it transform? Oh, yeah. Okay, we drag the transform up into his bit / head. So now they're locked into place. So now hopefully, if I do this and rotate his head, the okay, I've done something wrong here. Give me 1 second. We want to unlock it. Is a rotation. I really can't remember how I do this. Unless we just drag. No? Okay. Wait. Okay. I think I have the right idea. I think we just got to drag this up into here, right? Okay, there we go. So now if we change it over to camera 1, it's coming through his forehead, but as you can see, the camera is following his head. However, it's not following the right direction. Okay, so again, if we drag it, would it be to its rotate? There we go. See? Now we fixed it. Now it's following its rotation, you see? Because now if we switch over to the camera 1, this is now its permanent sight. And now what we do is we click on, we can now do this, click on the Vanessa model, move that away. Move that away, so now we're not just staring at their crotch. There we go. So now we've got it, so now we're just staring at them. They're both also inserting their dominance, but they're there. What we've got to do now is, because it's focusing on that, we can now, if we do and disable this is what it looks like without the lighting, or with the lighting. This is what it looks like with the lighting just coming from Freddy. You see, if we do it this way, it looks a lot brighter. If we do it this way, it looks a lot darker. Right. So now we just got to find a perfect place to do it, and I think I already know where I'm going to do it. Like, basically right in this area here. So if we just drag the model all the way over here. The same with the Vanessa model. All the way over here. When we now look at Freddy's perspective, they're all the way over here. So the way that we're going to plan the animation is they're going to run up this, they're going to run around this corridor, up the stairs, down here, and keep on, basically just keep on looping. That's the plan. That's the plan of what we're going to do for this animation. So far we have everything set up. We have it so the camera now follows Freddy's head. We have the lighting set up. We have Freddy obviously spawned in. We have the actual model here of Vanessa, and we have Vanny. So we have all the models that we currently need at this precise moment to actually start doing the animation. Now, who are we gonna animate first, you reckon? I reckon the easiest would do Vanessa, because then once we've done Vanessa, we can then do Vanny, and we can just do it, basically just set up so it's a loop, right? That's basically what I'm thinking. And the way I think we're going to do it is if we have Vanessa spawned way off camera, all the way over here. The same with Vanny. If we do that with Vanny, just get them off camera, out of the POV or the field of view, the FOV. So then if we switch back to camera, you can see they're not there. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. We're doing Vanessa first. So as you can see, they're not there, right? Like, they're not there. You can't see them in this point of view. Now, should the starting point be they're running down the stairs? Or we just see them running up across the corridor? I think preferably starting from like up here would be best, because then you can see them running around. Right? I think up here would be probably the best option for them to spawn in. Because then we can also just set it so the animation just loops when they're there. Right, I can't tell if that's... Okay, that's slightly floating, so then we'll lower it down. There we go. And then we'll get the Vanessa model, which is here, to do the exact same thing. Rotate it around. Boom. Have it so it's not there. Have it so they're not deposing anymore. There you go. So now if we switch back to here, we still can't see them, which is great. Now I am going to actually save this. Hold up. Let me drag this to here so you can't see my folders. Desktop. New folder, SFM, and animations. Don't worry, there's nothing bad here. As you can see, there's nothing. I don't have any dangerous things. Class 4, you get a desktop, right? So there's no... Hold up. There it is. Found it. Boom. There you go. I just saved it. If we look into our folders now, here, come to... What the hell is it? Desktop. SFM animations. It's right here. This is the animation. Sorry, I had to figure out where the hell I was putting anything. Because, yeah, I was struggling to figure that out. Now, another thing. Do we also want to have it so that we can see also from Vanessa's perspective? So it switches over at some point. Because we can do that. We can actually do that. As I'm saying, I want it to have input from you guys as well. So yeah, it's up to me, but I want to have the input from you guys. I really don't know, to be honest, and there's nobody else here, so I don't want to say we want to do an RNG. Fair enough. Okay. So, now to actually start the animation process, right? Which, this is the part I suck the most at, due to the fact it's trying to figure out how like the human body would move and the right speed and the timings. This is the part I suck at. So, if we want to make a running animation, which is obviously, you know, the goal, what we want to do is we want to start off with here, have it so that this is clipped as a starting point, because this will now mean this is a pinpoint. So, for example, if I now want to speed the time up, say for example, if I want to put the timer here, right, at the 10 second mark, it's going to be slow, of course, I understand that. If we put another mark here, what we can now do is we can now just move this up. So now if we go back here and play the animation from here to here, the leg is moving very slowly. Do you see what I mean? This is why I don't want this hit like this. We want the legs to be moving pretty fast. So we will remove this point. Delete key. I'm pretty sure you can zoom in. Yeah, you can. So you can zoom into it. Now, if say, for example, if we want the leg to move every second, we can put it here. Put a new key point down. So you can see how now there's a second key. We can now raise the leg up. So now if we watch it from the very beginning, it's much faster. However, it isn't smooth because it's just a solid move. So the way that we make it smooth, again, if we delete this key, and we come back, say for example, every 0.3, we put in another key, we have it so that the leg moves up slightly. Again, 0.3, have the leg even more. Another 0.3, have the leg up even more, and then when it comes to the final one, we want the leg up even further. So now if you watch, see how it's more smoother, how it raises up smoother than it did before, where it was just jumping? That's kind of the kind of effect you're looking for. It's doing it bit by bit. However, if you don't like the timings, you can just move these across. See? And now it looks much smoother moving up. Instead of it just going from basically from being down to like that, you see it moving, which is the exact thing we want. So now that we have that leg up, however, we are going to remove these points because that leg is up too high. Set up the new point. Rotate it up again. New point. Up again. And then that's about right. You see? Now that's much smoother. So now, if we want to actually make it so that the leg looks like she's running, you can now come to here, click on the second part, again set up the key. We now also want this to be here because obviously we want the leg to have moved up at this point. So as this is a lower calf, instead of it going up, we want it to come back down. You see? It wasn't smooth, but it looks like the leg is moving. The leg is moving, which is what we want. And then, so we do the exact same thing with this leg. Set the marker here, but instead of it coming forward, we'll make it go back. Right, well, technically, actually, we just need to make this go back. And then we want it here, here, marker. It looks a little goofy. It will look a little goofy, of course. It's a start. Now, we do also kind of want this leg to be kind of back a bit. And then this part of the leg, we don't want it to be so high, like it is currently. So we will lower it down a bit, like that. And now, obviously, because, you know, we have raised the legs and stuff, they actually aren't touching the floor anymore. So the way we fix that is, again, if we come over here, go to this marker right here, come to, where's the root transformation? Wait, is this it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so then we'll come over here, and then we'll lower it. Of course, there's going to be some arm animations as well. However, we will have to, first of all, say it so it's this height. And then at this height, we can now lower it. So as time goes on, you can see it gets into place. It's slow, but it gets into place. And then if we say, for example, if we want the leg to switch, what we've done here, we'll do the exact same thing. We'll then have this leg come back, and then this leg come forward. And then we'll move the root transformation forward. So again, from here, if we want to be more precise, okay, so this took exactly 0.64. Well, I say 0.64. What was that? Wait. 1, 3, 4, 5. 0.625. 0.625. So now if we come over here to here, 0.625 on top of 0.6 would be 1.3. So we'll come all the way over here to 1.3. Or as close to 1.3 as we can get it. So now it should be the same amount, basically the same amount of distance from here to here. We put in a new point. And then we do R, or E, sorry. Make the leg come back a bit. Again. New point. Make the leg come back even more. We basically want this leg in this same position. And then we'll go do it again. New point. We will now have the leg there. Well, not there. Hold up. Wait. There. And then at this point, we want the leg there. So now we do the exact same thing as we've done here. We want the marker here. We want to select this leg. Place the marker here. Have this leg over here. Oh. Like that. You see now how the legs have switched positions? It's obviously it's not the greatest thing you'll ever see in your life. But it's done its job. And now, what we want is from here, we want to again select the root transformation. Oh wait, can't wait. Oh, I don't think I can. No worries, mate. Yeah. So we have the root transformation here. If we select this, come up to here. Wait, what root transformation is that for? Is that for her? Oh, it is. Okay. Edit, undo. We can come over here. Set that. And then by this point, we want her, if it would work, kind of like that. Obviously, it's gotta be faster. So say, for example, now we want it to be like that. And then set another marker for her to be even further. Move the camera back. Come over here. There we go. We have done the first part of the animation. Now, to get this repeated would be the exact same process as we have just done. So what we can do, if you can click this, hold down shift, click these frames, do copy keys from here, set that, and then we will do paste keys. So now it's the exact same animation, again. And then we'll do it for every single part of the body that we have moved. So then we'll do it here. Shift, click, all of these keys. No, all of these keys. Copy them over here, paste them. Okay, so the timing has basically just screwed itself up. Okay, there we go. So up to this point, we now want to come over to here, back to the root transformation. We want, by the second, we want her to be, say for example, down here. Which we can't see her just yet until we move her this way. Now we come back to the start. Perfect. Well, it's not perfect, but it's here. Now we want to come down to the third key. Have it so it's basically down at the bottom of the stairs. Well, near enough the bottom of the stairs. Anyhow. So now, hopefully, if we come over here, we can see her there, coming down the stairs, stopping right where we want it to be. Now, technically, for that part of the animation, we don't need to see it, because if it's going to be from Freddy's perspective, we don't need to see that animation actually happen. But it's good to have that animation there to begin with. Alright? And then if we come back over here, this is where we'll start to see her turn around and run up the stairs. So if we wanted to come to 0.5, we will have it, say for example there, and then at dead on 5 seconds, we will have it, say for example there, and then we will rotate her to look that way. Now at this point is when we should see the animation start to kick in as she moves along. So again, if we come over here, click this, do this, and then we shall hold shift, click on this key, paste the key. What is going on with my leg? Hold up. Wait, edit. undo base key. I think what's happened is... Okay, yeah. Okay, I understand what's happened. If we now want to come to here, we want to do it. Okay. Right. Smooth the work camera. We now want to copy all of these ones from this point forward. So from here, we will copy them. Copy your keys. A lot later down. Right. From here, it should work. No, it hasn't. Wait, what? Oh, it's because Okay, I know what I've done wrong. We can delete that key. Hold up, wait. Undo, delete key. I am doing it right. What the hell is going on with a leg? Wait, is that right? Okay, that is right. However, I do not like the way that it turns. So, in order to fix that, we'll now set this here. Because if you look, her leg starts to just, for some reason, rotate. Like, it just breaks. And I actually think it's got something to do with that, right? Maybe? Does it have something to do with that? It does. Okay, it does have something to do with that. Right. So if we can now delete these keys. Delete key. Whoop. Right. What we want to do is come here, set that, and then wait for it to get down to say, for example, there. We'll set this key. We will now rotate it to where it's supposed to be. So, like, say, for example, there. Okay, now we need to watch back. Okay, so from this point, we do not want it looking like that. We want it looking like that. Okay, so now we have fixed the leg position. At this point in time. Well, I thought I had fixed the leg position, but apparently not. So it looks like we're going to have to actually make the new set of animation keys from scratch. Okay, so here we want the leg to be like that. And I guess here here. So now hopefully we can just copy the animations. Copy keys, come over here. Paste key. No, we cannot. Yeah, no, we can't. Oh, wait, no. Like the leg, this part of the leg actually seems fine. Right, now that I look at it, this part of the leg seems fine. It's just the lower part of the leg. So, we could do this. And this. Okay, there we go. That's now seemed to fix it. You see, the leg is now in its right position. So that has seemed to have fixed that issue. Now the only other issue we've got to do is the exact same thing that we've done here to this leg to the other. And the way we do that is if we come from this time, do this, do this. Set the marker down. Copy these. Paste those. Okay, right. And by this point, we want this leg here. Alright, and now we copy them. And now we copy them. No, we don't. Apparently we do not, because they are now completely what seems to be desynced. Like this leg is supposed to be up here. Oh, okay, getting somewhere. Okay, so at this point, this part of the leg should be further up. This, see, like this whole animation key shouldn't be here. But let's just delete these keys and then we'll make these ones from scratch. And from there, we will now want it to be over here, right? Okay, cool. And now we'll do the root transformation. Come up to here, put in the waypoint, and have it so it's further ahead. Now I'm hoping from Freddy's perspective this all works, so we can, let's have a look. Okay, it's a little buggy. It looks a little goofy. I'm not gonna lie, it does look a little goofy. Especially for this part. Like the leg movement, it looks a little weird. But I think the main reason why it looks weird is because there is no arm movement. You see how it's just, it looks like she's just gliding. It's because there's no arm movement at all. So we can go fix that. If we come up to here, click on here. So wait. Yeah, so when you run, your arms and your legs are in a different position. So this arm, from here, by default, say for example, if we come back to here, by default, her arm should be like that. And by here, her arm can't be like that. And then we can copy this key from here, place in the new key, paste. Now, I don't know how smooth this will look, but I am hoping if we now copy these, go over here, paste. Okay, so now I'm hoping and praying if we do this, it should start to look less goofy. Okay, so the goof is still there, only because we have one arm moving. So if we come back to this point, come over to here. Do the exact same as we have just done for the other arm. Hold up. We can now copy these here, paste. Okay. Now let's see how that looks. Obviously, we've got to touch it up as well. Okay. So it seems like from this point on, the animations... Like, these keys here do not need to be here. However, I also feel like the reason why it looks goofy is because, again, the speed. So I feel like if we come back to, say, here... Like, by the 6-second mark... should we say, for example, here, 7-second mark, should basically already be there. Which means if that's the case, this key here doesn't need to be there. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So turning up the speed did help a little bit. Turning up the speed did help a little bit. So now we've basically done what we need to do. Well, obviously, you know, once we finalize the animation, because at the moment the animation's only like, what, 7 seconds long? Once we finalize the animation, like, with how everything is supposed to go, we're obviously adding the final touch-ups to make it look like a little smoother. But now we go back and do exactly what we just did with Vanessa to the Vanny model. So again, we click here. I wonder if we could just copy all of this and just paste it into Vanny. I'm very curious. And then obviously, you know, just touch up the settings of the moving part so it's just right behind her. I'm very curious if that would work. Oh my god, it does. No way, it does work. Okay, okay. That's gonna save us a lot of time. Like, a lot of time. I'm surprised that works. No, I'm really surprised that works. The fact that we just copy it. Okay. Okay, so we've got all the legs already done. Which, you know, is crazy. Heck, we might even get the animation finished in this stream. If we could just do this, we honestly, God, might be able to get the animation finished in this stream. We're actually getting somewhere pretty quick with this animation. Like, we're actually getting somewhere really quick. A lot quicker than I thought we would have at this point. There you go. Right, hopefully that should... I mean, it might not. We don't know. I'm hoping it looks somewhat decent. I mean, her arms aren't really moving. Okay. So, okay. It looks decent. The arms weren't really moving. But then it just, like, zooms and picks up the pace. Look. You see? Like, at the 7-second mark. Which, obviously, you know, can't actually happen. Yeah. We don't want it to... There you go. So now hopefully... Shouldn't. I'm hoping it shouldn't. Okay, it slows... It kind of slows down. Like, it slows down at this point. Whereabouts is it? Yeah, here. About this point, from this point here, it slows the heck down, you see? Which I do not like. There you go. So hopefully that's... now fixed the issue. Couple of frames off. Okay, there you go. I think that's fixed the issue. We'll save it. Again, as I have previously stated, her arms don't really move. Like, as much as they're programmed to, they don't really move. They start... the animation starts here. Maybe if we start the animation a little earlier. So if we just do this. Okay, and that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds back, so... I guess. Starts at 0. And then we'll paste it in. I hope that's fixed the issue. Okay, that seems, yeah, that seems to have fixed it. We will delete these keys because they're not really irrelevant, because at that point they are already over there. We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. And then from this point, we want to see them going up the stairs. Just so it kind of like looks like they go up the stairs, they loop round, do the exact same thing. It's kind of like a looping cycle. And the way we do that is if we come back over here, go into camera, work camera, click on the root transformation. By this point, I want Vanessa to have rotated fully and moved up. Started to move up the stairs. However, we have to make it so we can actually see them moving up the stairs. By this point, I want them to be up the stairs. Fully. There. Okay, so obviously Vanessa has to actually move forward a bit more, just so it's out of frame. Perfect. And now we want the exact same thing to happen with Vanny. So at this point, I want her to be facing this way and move forward. We are getting somewhere. I've said that like 4 times, but who cares? Me, I care. So, I think for today, I don't know if we'll get this animation done. Maybe. I'm hoping we can get the animation done today. I'm not clicking that. I ain't clicking that. There you go. So now hopefully if we come back to say here, okay. I'm going to just save it because we have basically in an hour and 40 minutes done, I'd say about 65% of the animation. Of course, we got to add sound effects and that kind of stuff. And then I think also from Vanessa's camera as well, we will add a light, so then it obviously looks like the flashlight is on. But to do that, that's actually really simple. We'll do the same thing as we've done here, as to the camera and then camera Freddy. The way we do that is we come down here, set a new light. We come up to Vanessa. We hold on to the flashlight. We bring the light in actually so that it's coming from the flashlight. So it's like that. And then we'll come down here. Wait, why is... Hold on. What do you mean camera 2? There should not be a camera 2. It should only be a camera 1. Okay, there should not be a secondary camera. Don't know why there's a secondary camera. There is no secondary camera option here at all. It's a light, but no camera. And then we will come to here. It would be easier if I could actually click on it. So the flashlight is... Where is the flashlight? Okay, the flashlight is the very last thing. Okay. Drag the transform up into there. So now, hopefully, fingers crossed, if we do the animation, the light should follow it, but it's not. Wait, hold on. Let me right. Bip neck. Yeah, so it should just lock on. We had it right the first time, it looks like. Huh. Unless we do... Unless we drag the flashlight into here. No, no. That definitely ain't the case. Huh. Maybe it ain't as simple as like 4. Hold up. We want the light to actually reflect onto the floor, so kind of like that, I guess. Yes. Okay, but you see, that's the flashlight. Unless we don't have it hooked to the flashlight, we actually have it hooked to the root transformation, or this, to be exact. Which I don't know where that is. The very top thing. Yeah, no, see the light ain't moving. So the only other option I think we have would be to actually animate the light so the light moves along with it. But I don't want to do that. So we could just remove this light. It's not really necessary. It was just kind of like an extra detail to have. It would have just been a cool detail to have. You can see part of their arm. Whose arm is that? It'll probably be Vanessa, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. At this point, I want her to be slightly further forward. Yeah, okay, that's fixed it. Okay. So now what we do is we pick the time frame. So if all of this has happened in, what, 9 seconds? Well, technically, if we look at it, 10 seconds. We will then half that time, so we'll make it up to 15. So we can now successfully split this clip, right? So we can split it as here, here, and then edit clip. How would I don't know how I would split. I can't remember how I split it. Hold up, let me quickly search this up. It's been a while since I've used this as a film. Oh, is that it? All you gotta do is press... Oh! All you gotta do is just press B. Okay. So now what we do is, now that we're on this second clip, we basically just copy everything that we've just done. So if we come back here, go onto work camera, click this. I wonder if we could copy it. Maybe we could copy it. We can, okay. Wait, why can we copy it but not replace it? Hold up. Okay. So we can. Now technically just copy it, as we just did. You see how it's now just repeating itself. We should now replace gap with a new clip. We can now paste it in again for the third time. Remove this clip. Because this is the part where, you know, Freddy's going to start to move and try to interrupt them. But we will do that probably at another time. But we will have to extend that clip out. Come over here. Boom. Okay. So I think I'm going to actually leave the end of the stream here. I mean, we've come a long way since we started. Like, a long way. I have to hop off because I've got to go to dentist to dry. Hence why I'm going to come off the stream. It's basically been 2 hours. But yeah. We've done that, which I like. So, but for now, that's it. That's the end of the stream. I just saved it, so you don't have to worry about progress disappearing. We've made half, I'd say about 3/4 of the progress. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next stream.